Good afternoon, We Do family. Robert Bricky here joining you. Not so live in studio, but in studio at the We Do property, Murchison Road. In studio, a special guest today, Mr. Matt Knox from the Security Marketing Group. Good day, Matt.
Good day, Robert.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Good. Listen, we're here to talk about a program that you're in charge of, which has been a blessing to a lot of people across this country, which is the Student Loan Forgiveness Program. And the minute I said student loan, people's ears should have perked up, because people are always, that have student loans, are always figuring out ways of how to try to figure out, pay it off and reduce payments, et cetera, and figure out paperwork. There's a lot of moving pieces involved in this process. So one of the things you do is help people with that process. So tell us a little bit about the Security Marketing Group, and then we'll come back to the Student Loan Forgiveness Program.
Yeah, so with Security Marketing Group, we focus on financial wellness for all of the different individuals and employer groups that we work with. And one of those key components for us has been student loan forgiveness planning. And what we have found is that there are federal programs that exist, and they've existed since 2007, that people just don't know exist, or two, they know they exist, but they have no way of actually navigating those complicated systems. The federal programs can act similar to like filing your taxes with the IRS. So there's a lot of paperwork, a lot of steps, and we found that being able to come in and just provide some consultation for folks really can help them figure out how to navigate that process and reduce their payments and find ways to end up getting the forgiveness that's available to them.
Do you find that people do not get involved in the process because they're intimidated by the paperwork and the steps and all the gathering of information that they have to do?
Absolutely. We have seen the statistics show that somewhere between 4 and 10% of people that could qualify for these programs end up actually qualifying for them. And so that means there's 90 to 96% of the population that could qualify for the program that's not taking action. And the big reason is, one, most people just don't even know they exist. But two, once they know they exist, it looks so complicated. They don't know where to start, and we can help not just provide a way to start, but then also the resources to help you continue on and complete out the process to make sure that you're staying on track. And as things change, I mean, if you just look at the news, there's a new article every day that comes out about student loans and student loan forgiveness and what's going on up in DC. And we can just be a good resource to be able to say, here's what the latest means and what that means for you.
That's fantastic. So let's talk about the program a little bit. Student Loan Forgiveness Program. What does that really mean?
Yeah, so what it means, we come in and provide individual consultations for people that have student loans. And so the federal program that exists is called Public Service Loan Forgiveness. It's a free program. It's administered by the federal government. You should be able to navigate it on your own, technically, just like you should be able to navigate filing your taxes on your own. But most of us use TurboTax and other resources. This is a free service. So we provide this consultation at no cost to the individuals that we work with. We also can then share, as we're meeting with you, about other financial wellness tools that you should be considering. But the student loan forgiveness planning, it's a no-cost service. We don't charge for it, to be able to just give you the tools so that you can get put on the right track.
So I'm a person that hears this message. I've got a student loan. I call your organization. What's involved? What are the steps involved in the process at that point?
Yeah, great question. The steps that involve for us are, you call into our organization, we set up a 30-minute appointment with you. During that appointment, we just get to know you. We want to understand what you have going on, what kind of loans do you have? Are they federal or are they private loans? We want to be able to understand what your payment looks like today, and what your total balance is. Are you looking at going back to school, or are you in school? All of those different components. And based on the information you share with us, then we can come back and give you that personalized plan, give you the advice on where to go. And then if there's ongoing resources and helps that you need, then that's where we can be able to provide that service as well to you, if that's something that you want.
That's fantastic. Now, what people really want to hear is how much money can we save?
Yep.
And I know that varies depending on the individual, but give us some examples of the amounts of monies that people have saved on a monthly basis.
Yeah, so we've been serving over 1 million people around the country with this program. And just a couple examples. I mean, one from this past week was meeting with an individual, and we were going to be able to help him save about $500 a month on his payment, and looking at $60,000 of forgiveness once they complete out the 10-year program with PSLF. I've also helped quite a few folks that can end up qualifying for a $0 a month payment. So right now, I was talking to a lady the other day, and she was paying $440 a month, and she qualifies for a $0 payment.
Wow.
And those $0 payments can help her complete out this program. So she was going to end up saving $440 a month, and then end up at the end of the time getting, I think it was $84,000 of forgiveness. So
Wow.
it can range from $5,000 of forgiveness, up to hundreds of $1,000s of forgiveness. But every situation's individual. It's all based on your household size, your household income, and your total amount of loan debt that you have.
That is life-changing.
Yeah. Some of the best stories that I've had people tell me that they could afford LASIK eye surgery now. One lady told me that she was going to take the savings and be able to use it for a down payment on a house. She's only rented her entire life.
Wow.
And she's now going to be able to afford her own home. So the amount of tears of joy that we've got to experience are just phenomenal, second to none.
Now, one of the things that's involved in this process is individuals, do they have to be involved in a public sector job? Is that the first requirement?
So for the public service loan forgiveness, the employees do have to be involved in either a public sector job or a qualifying nonprofit. So if you're working at a qualifying 501c3, then that can qualify as well. You do have to be 30 hours or more, but you have to be either in public sector or nonprofit. One of the things that has changed most recently with the current administration is that they have changed some of the payment plans, and in doing so, there's actually a standard 20-year program that's available in the private sector. So even if you're in the private sector and you have student loans, you might end up actually qualifying for one of these 20-year forgiveness programs. And with that, if you're somebody who qualifies for a $0 payment or a $50 payment or a $100 payment, you might still see significant forgiveness. It's just a 20-year period rather than 10.
Okay, so if someone is in a private sector job, what are the guidelines for qualification for this program?
Yeah, so the guidelines are going to be based on your loan type, being able to make sure that you're making payments on time for the correct amount, and that you're staying in good standing with those loan payments. So you can't just pay whatever number you want to make up.
Right.
It has to be a very specific amount in what you've agreed to with your loan servicer, and it has to be a certain qualifying payment type too. But if you do that and you make your payments over a 20-year period, then at the end of that period, you could potentially qualify as well. But there's some paperwork that's involved, as we talked about, which is why a lot of people end up not qualifying for it, and because they just didn't take the action that they needed to at the proper time. It's not wait till 20 years is done.
Right.
Do it in advance so that you're tracking towards it and you can be in good standing with your loan servicer and with the federal Department of Education as well.
So if that person in the private sector job, if they call and set up an appointment, the counselor will walk them through this process so that they can show them all that they need and all the parts of the process involved to see if they qualify. Is that how it works?
Absolutely. If you're in the private sector job, so you would be in that 20-year program rather than the 10-year, then call in, get an appointment with one of our counselors, and we'd be able to walk you through your individual situation just as well.
Well, this is fantastic, man. You and I had lunch today. We were talking about what we love about what we do professionally, and one of the things is helping people. And my mother was an educator, so this is personal to me. and I know a lot of educators around this town, you know, I know some of the stories of the people that have participated in this program and how it's changed their lives financially. So, you know, if you've got an extra $400 or $500 a month, you can invest. You can buy a home. I mean, there's a lot of things it takes some pressure off of you as well. Because I know some people who had to get part-time jobs, and if you save $6,000, that's probably what you're going to make in a part-time job after taxes. So this is a fantastic program. How can people reach out to you to find out more about this program?
Yeah, so Robert, we're going to be doing a webinar this coming Wednesday, February 21st. We got a webinar. You can go on the WeDo site, the Facebook site. There's some information there. There's a QR code and a link where you can sign up for that webinar to be able to learn more. And then there's also a phone number you can call to schedule an appointment with one of our counselors. That number is 919-295-0646. Again, that's 919-295-0646. Or you can just email me directly at matt.knox@securitymarketinggroup.com. And there's 2 G's in there. So it's securitymarketinggroup, all spelled out.com.
And that's M-A-T-T.
M-A-T-T.
Dot K-N-O-X.
Yes. Thank you
At
for
Security
clarifying
Marketing
that.
Group. Yeah. Well, you know what? Because some people are going to spell it with 1 T.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or leave the K off.
Right.
The Knox. So, yep. So it's Matt, M-A-T-T dot Knox, K-N-O-X at securitymarketinggroup.com.
All right. I'm a listener, and I was like, I don't need to attend the webinar. I need to call these people right now. So can somebody call immediately and get response?
Absolutely. Call in today. If you don't need to come to the webinar to hear anymore. This was enough for you to, say that I need to take action. Go ahead and call in, get a meeting with one of our counselors, and allow us to start being able to help get you pointed in the right direction and see what we can do to help you out.
That's fantastic, Matt. Wes Cookman, my co-host and station owner, has developed a term called the final word. That's an opportunity for our guests to give any final information and close out this interview in a way in which you see fit. So if we left out anything, if you any encouraging words or anything you want to say in the final part, we want to leave our guests with the final word.
Yeah, as far as when it comes to student loans, many of you took those out to be able to provide for yourself and your family and to give back to your community. My wife's a teacher. And so we've experienced taking out loans to help her cover her education costs. She left the banking sector to go into teaching. And in doing so, she just believed that's what God was calling her to do, to be able to serve the kids in our community. And in just seeing the impact that can have, and knowing that so many of y'all have taken out loans to be able to do the same thing. That's what you felt called to, be able to get your education and improve your life. And just want to give you hope that there's options out there that can really help take away that financial burden of the monthly payments that are getting pushed down to you from the loan servicers. There are options to get that payment down, and there are options to get that loan forgiven where you can be student loan debt free and have that taken away. So there's hope out there. We'd love to be able to help you with it. It's going to take a little work on your part. It's not nothing. But if you're willing to take the steps and do the work, we can help give you some guidance and see it become impactful for you and your family. And then the communities that you serve, you have that financial burden off of your shoulders, so you can continue having that mind share to go back and pour into things that you love, whether it's your family, your kids, your community, and be able to glorify God in doing so.